Hello, dear friend. Welcome back to English Talks with Avie. Relax, listen, and improve your English.
Hello, my dear friend. It is wonderful to be here with you again. Today, let's think about a memory. Your first day at a job or a new school. Those moments often bring both excitement and nervousness. We try our best to be perfect and prepared, but sometimes life surprises us with unexpected moments. Today, we are going to meet James. He's standing outside a tall glass office building, and his heart is beating like a drum. Let's find out how a cup of coffee changed his entire career. On the morning of his first day at work, James woke up with a bad feeling in his stomach. James was 24 years old. For 6 months, he was unemployed. He looked for a job every day, sent 50 copies of his CV, and went to many interviews. Finally, a famous marketing company called Apex Media hired him as a data assistant. He was incredibly happy, but he was also terrified. He wanted to make a good impression on his new colleagues and his supervisor. He prepared everything the night before. He ironed his best white shirt. He chose a dark blue tie. He checked the train schedule 3 times. The journey from his apartment to the office usually took 30 minutes. I will leave at 8 a.m., James thought on Sunday night. The office starts at 9 a.m. If I leave early, I will arrive at 8:30 a.m. That is perfect. But Monday morning did not follow his plan. First, the weather was terrible. It was not raining, but the fog was very thick. Because of the fog, the trains were slow. James stood on the crowded station platform looking at his watch. 8:15 a.m., 8:30 a.m. The train was 15 minutes late. James felt his hands get sweaty. "Please move faster," he whispered to the train when it finally arrived. When the train reached downtown, James ran out of the station. The city was huge, and the streets looked exactly the same. He opened the Maps app on his phone, but his phone signal was weak. The blue arrow on his screen kept spinning in circles. "Am I going left or right?" James asked himself. He felt completely lost. He walked down one street, realized it was wrong, turned around and ran down another street. His heart was pounding. He was breathing heavily. The collar of his nice white shirt was now wet with sweat. He looked at his watch again. 8:59 a.m. He ran around a corner and finally saw it. Apex Media. It was a giant modern building. He pushed open the heavy glass doors and walked into the reception area. The floor was made of shiny marble. Beautiful people in expensive suits were walking past him, looking calm and professional. James felt completely out of place. He walked to the reception desk. A polite receptionist smiled at him. "Good morning. How can I help you?" she asked. "Good morning," James said. He was panting. "My name is James Vance. Today is my first day. I am a new data assistant." The receptionist checked her computer. "Ah, yes, James. You need to go to the 5th floor. Take the lift on the right. Your manager, Mr. Green, is waiting for you in meeting room 3. James looked at the clock behind her desk. It was 9:15 a.m. He was 15 minutes late. "Thank you so much," James said quickly. He ran to the lift. When the lift doors opened on the 5th floor, James stepped out. He was in a long hallway with white walls and gray carpets. He needed to find meeting room 3, but his brain was too stressed to read the signs. He saw a small kitchen area with a coffee machine. A few employees were standing there, talking and holding paper cups. James thought, "I need to calm down. Maybe if I take a quick sip of water or coffee, my brain will start working." He walked into the break room. He poured some hot coffee into a paper cup. He turned around quickly to look for meeting room 3, but James did not see the small trash bin on the floor behind him. His foot hit the bin. He lost his balance. His arms flew into the air, and the paper cup turned upside down. The dark, hot coffee did not hit the floor. It went straight down the front of James's clean white shirt. A giant brown stain appeared from his neck down to his belt. The coffee was hot, and James cried out in pain and shock. "Oh! Oh no! No, no, no!" The other employees in the break room stopped talking and stared at him. James stood there, covered in coffee, completely frozen. At that exact moment, a woman walked into the break room, holding a folder. She looked at James, and her eyes went wide. James wanted the floor to open up and swallow him. He felt his face turn bright red. His first day was ruined. He was 15 minutes late, and now he looked like a complete mess. The woman who just entered the room walked quickly toward him. She was around 50 years old, with kind gray eyes and short brown hair. She was wearing a simple blue dress. She did not look angry. She looked worried. "Oh dear, are you okay?" she asked. Her voice was soft and very calm. "Is the coffee too hot? Did it burn your skin?" James stammered. "I'm okay. It's not too hot. But my shirt, my interview, my job. Today is my first day. I am so sorry for making a mess." The woman smiled, a very warm, comforting smile. "Please, do not apologize. Accidents happen to everyone. Let's fix this." She put her folder on the table. She pulled several sheets of paper towels from the dispenser. She dipped some towels into cold water at the sink. "Here," she said, giving the wet towels to James. "Press this against the stain. Do not rub it, just press. If you rub it, the stain will get bigger." James took the paper towels. "Thank you. You are very kind," he said politely. He pressed the wet paper against his chest. The brown color started to transfer to the paper towel, but his shirt still looked terrible. I am a disaster," James whispered, looking down at his chest. "My manager is waiting for me in meeting room 3. I'm already late. If he sees me like this, he will fire me immediately." The woman leaned against the kitchen counter. She looked at James with a gentle expression. "Who is your manager?" "Mr. Green," James said miserably. "Ah, Thomas Green," the woman nodded. "Don't worry about Thomas. He looks serious, but he is a reasonable man. Tell me, what is your name?" "James Vance." "Well, James, take a deep breath. Look at me." James looked up. The woman's gray eyes were very steady and peaceful. "Everyone has a bad first day," she said. "On my first day in this business, many years ago, I accidentally deleted an important company report. I cried in the bathroom for an hour. But look at me now. I am still here. A coffee stain cannot stop you. What matters is your work, not your shirt." James felt a little bit of the weight leave his shoulders. Her words were like a warm blanket on a cold day. "Thank you," James said, smiling a small smile. "That makes me feel much better. May I ask your name?" "You can call me Helen," she said. She grabbed her folder from the table. "Now, James, go to the bathroom. Use the electric hand dryer to dry your shirt. Then, walk into meeting room 3 with your head held high. If Mr. Green asks about the shirt, just tell him the truth. Honesty is always the best policy in this office." "I will," James said. "Thank you again, Helen. Have a nice day." "You too, James. Good luck," Helen said, and she walked out of the break room. James went to the bathroom. He did exactly what Helen suggested. He dried his shirt under the hand dryer. The shirt was not perfect, There was still a light brown mark on his chest, but it was dry, and he looked much neater. He straightened his tie, took a deep breath, and walked down the hallway. He found meeting room 3. He knocked gently on the glass door. A tall man with glasses opened the door. He was wearing a dark suit and looking at his watch. This was Mr. Green. "James Vance?" Mr. Green asked. His voice was strict. "You are 20 minutes late." James stood up straight. He looked Mr. Green in the eye. "Yes, Mr. Green, I am very sorry. The train was delayed because of the fog, and then I got lost on the street, and then I had an accident with a cup of coffee in the break room." James pointed to his shirt. Mr. Green looked at the faint brown stain. He paused for a moment. Then the strict look on his face changed. He let out a small sigh. "Well," Mr. Green said, "at least you are honest. Some people make up silly stories. Come in, James. You're just in time for the welcome presentation. All the new employees from this month are here." James walked into the large meeting room. There was a big oval table with 15 chairs. 12 other new employees were sitting there. They all looked neat, clean, and nervous. James sat down in an empty chair at the back. He felt a little embarrassed about his shirt, but he remembered Helen's words, "A coffee stain cannot stop you." At 9:30 a.m., a man at the front of the room stood up. "Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Apex Media. Today is the start of your journey with us. To begin our orientation, please welcome our Chief Executive Officer and Global Director." The side door of the meeting room opened. A woman walked in, carrying a tablet. She was wearing a beautiful black blazer now, but her gray eyes were exactly the same. James' heart stopped. He rubbed his eyes. He could not believe it. The woman standing at the front of the room, the most important person in the entire international company, was Helen. The same Helen who helped him wipe coffee off his shirt 10 minutes ago. James felt a wave of pure terror. "Oh no, I told the CEO I was a disaster. I told her my manager would fire me." He tried to hide behind the person sitting in front of him. Helen stood at the front of the room. She looked at all the new faces. She smiled her warm, calm smile. "Good morning, everyone," Helen said. Her voice was clear and confident. "Welcome to our family. I know how you feel today. You are excited, but you are also very nervous. You want to be perfect. You want to show me that you never make mistakes." She paused. Her eyes scanned the room. She looked at the front row, then the middle row, and finally she looked at the very back. She saw James. James tried to look down at his notebook, but Helen looked directly at him. A tiny, secret smile appeared on the corner of her mouth. "But let me tell you a secret," Helen continued, looking at the whole room again. "Perfection does not exist. This morning, I met a young man in the break room. He had a small accident with a cup of coffee. He was terrified that his first day was ruined." The room was completely silent. James felt his ears burning. But do you know what he did? He didn't run away. He didn't go home. He cleaned himself up. He walked into his meeting and he told his manager the complete truth. That is what I want to see at Apex Media. I don't need people who are perfect. I need people who are honest, people who are brave, and people who can handle a difficult situation with a smile. Helen looked back at James and gave him a short nod. "So, if you get lost today, or if you spill your coffee, do not worry. You are still in the right place. Welcome aboard." The whole room started to clap. James clapped too. He felt an incredible wave of relief and happiness. The terror was completely gone. The presentation lasted for an hour. After it finished, Helen walked toward the exit. But before she left the room, she stopped by James's chair. Mr. Green was standing nearby, looking surprised. "How is the shirt drying, James?" Helen asked politely. "It is much better. Thank you, Helen. I mean, Miss Vance." James corrected himself quickly, his face red. Helen laughed. "Helen is fine. We're all colleagues here. Thomas," she said to Mr. Green, "look after this young man. He has a good spirit." "Of course, Miss Vance," Mr. Green said, nodding respectfully. Helen gave James one last warm smile and walked out of the room. Mr. Green turned to James, looking very impressed. "Well, Vance," Mr. Green said, slapping James on the shoulder, "it seems you already know the boss. Let's get to your desk and start your training. We have a lot of data to analyze." James followed Mr. Green to his new workspace. It was a nice cubicle with a large computer monitor, a comfortable chair, and a small window that looked out at the city. He sat down and turned on the computer. The rest of the day was busy, but it was wonderful. James learned how to use the company software. He met the other assistants in his department. They were all very friendly. At lunchtime, they went to the cafeteria together. James was very careful with his tray, and he did not spill anything. At 5:30 p.m., it was time to go home. James turned off his computer and packed his bag. He looked down at his shirt. The brown stain was still there, a little reminder of his chaotic morning, but he did not feel ashamed of it anymore. He walked out of the building into the cool evening air. He felt tired, but he also felt incredibly proud. He thought about the message Helen shared. His morning was a complete disaster. He got lost, he arrived late, and he ruined his clothes. A weak person might have given up and gone home, but he stayed. He showed up. James realized a beautiful truth about life and work. A bad beginning does not mean you will have a bad ending. Everyone has a bad first day. What matters is having the courage to show up for the second day. He walked to the subway station with a light heart. He was already looking forward to tomorrow. And tomorrow, he decided, he would buy a travel mug with a very strong lid. And this comes to the end of our story. James's experience reminds us that mistakes are part of learning and growing. True leaders value honesty and effort more than perfection. The same is true when learning English. You may make mistakes in the beginning, but don't give up. As you go about your week, don't be afraid of a bad start. If you make a mistake, just smile and keep moving forward. What matters is that you keep showing up. What about you, my friend? Have you ever had a first day where everything went wrong? How did you handle it? We would love to read your stories in the comments. And if James's story brings you positive energy, please give this video a like and share it with someone who's starting something new. Stay brave, stay positive, and I will see you in the next story.
Thank you for listening. Subscribe for more English Talks with Avie. You can explore more videos here. Thanks.